Welcome back. My next guest has enjoyed a long and successful career in British film and television and theatre, but the role that's led to him being taken to the hearts of the British public is that of lovable butler Charles Carson in Downton Abbey. Playing the stoic servant who's kept the household together has earned him an Emmy nomination. Please welcome Jim Carter. Points up the hierarchy, doesn't it? Because Thomas has now become Mr. Barrow.
So... Mr. Barrow's after my job. I'm a bit paranoid. Oh. Evil Thomas, yeah.
They always used to say this on The Archers. When they're going to be written out, they were given the black spot. This is many years ago. I mean, do you now wonder, you know, because we lost William during the war, then you think, am I still there?
Yes, I know. We check the scripts very carefully to make sure that... Yeah.
Well, you're still here for Series 3, with the addition, we are told now, of Shirley MacLaine.
Shirley MacLaine, fantastic. Seems a long time ago. She was fantastic. I mean, she's a legend, Shirley MacLaine. So there I was with Maggie Smith and Shirley MacLaine, two legends from very different traditions. Maggie really from the theatre and film, of course, but Shirley from Hollywood. So the class of gossip was fantastic. You know, who else is going to sit around waiting to film telling you stories about when I was in a limousine with Carrie Fisher, who was drunk, and Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor. We were all goggle-eyed, and they were saying, no, we've got to get on with filming. No, hang on, Shirley, carry on. And I don't know if you remember Sweet Charity. In Sweet Charity, she sang, If They Could See Me Now. So after a couple of weeks, you know, when we'd developed a bit of a relationship, I said, Shirley, go on, do it. And she, no, Shirley. You know, and she sang the whole number for us between takes, with all the actions, and the years fell away from her. I mean, she really got it. She's
magical moments.
Absolutely fabulous. And when Maggie met Shirley, there's a name for a series. You know, it was just a marvellous moment because Shirley just threw her arms around her and gave her such a great big hug, and then they were firm friends for the rest of the filming.
But of course, being the butler and watching the goings-on upstairs, it's sort of in real life, then, isn't it? You're standing there watching these two grand dames of the theatre.
Absolutely.
Having a go.
Yeah.
Tell us... Sorry, go on.
No.
Tell us where we are, then, now, in terms of period.
Well, Sunday night we start Series 3, and we're finished with the war, so this is just after the war. We start in 1920. We've moved on about a year after the war, I think. So I can't give away any plot because I know that the executives of Downton Abbey are watching with sniper rifles ready to kill me, and they're sort of listening in. So I wouldn't want to spoil it because the whole fun of it is the stories. What's going to happen? You know, will Mary and Matthew get together? Will
Edith and Sir Anthony? Will they? You know, get. Edith.
Oh, yes. She's a flirty little minx, isn't she? Yeah. Oh, yes, all that going on. So I mean, the joy is following the stories and not knowing how they're going to work out, and that's why Julian's so brilliant. He spins those threads out so cleverly.
Do you find yourself, in a way, I mean, obviously, you know, real man, but, I mean, do you find yourself sort of falling into that role, almost like myself? When you get there, I mean, do you find yourself walking and behaving in a different manner to an aura?
Yeah, well, you do, because the costume tells you how to stand and how to behave. Plus, I'm sort of... You know, I am older than most of them, so I am that sort of, I hope, avuncular, maybe grandfatherly figure to some of them. You know, and I'm a very dignified gentleman, Alan, as you know.
But the relationship between you and Lady Mary was lovely. I mean, you obviously watched her as Carson grow up, and there's that. But you know, when she came to your room when you were ill in the last season, it's a lovely dynamic, isn't it? Yes, you're below stairs, but you're a confidant, really.
Yeah, and I'm very much a father figure to her. There is a moment in episode 1, Alan, that will melt your heart.
Oh. No.
I can't tell you anymore.
Well, the Series 3 is out on DVD. There's nothing in this box. It's a big teaser. I'll take it home with me now. Series 3 comes out on the 5th of November, Bonfire Night. We'll have seen them all by then. Obviously very clever. Is there going to be a Series 4?
Well, I can't officially tell you, Alan. Because because I'm not allowed to. But my agent's rather hoping there is. We hope there is. I don't think it's been announced, but I think all the indications are well. I mean, we ended up with fantastic viewing figures for Series 2, assuming they carry on through Series 3. Let's hope we carry on sailing.
The series can do no wrong in my eyes. It's just a wonderful sit-down of a Sunday evening. There were some murmurings about the second series that it moved too fast. Do you think that's been addressed in Series 3?
It has. I mean, a lot happened in the world in Series 2, with the war, the Spanish influenza, with the change of the role of women going out to work and helping with the war effort. So there was a lot of going on in society, and I think we've slowed down in Series 3, taking the time, brought the stories much more back into the house, what happens, the relationships between the upstairs and the downstairs and between all the different characters. And we have a little bit more time to breathe, I think. It feels... I've only seen episode 1, but it rolls out in a big cinematic way. So, and you just sort of go, ooh, good. Because I love watching it. I sit down with my family, with wife and daughter on a Sunday night. And because we filmed episodes 1 and 2 back in February, so being old and stupid, I've forgotten what we did. And so I settle down with it like everybody else and enjoy it.
Did you understand the man Carson instantly, or did he sort of grow on you, or...?
I did understand him. A man who's sort of a very proud man who stands for tradition, and the writing makes it very clear, anyway. And the butler is there are a lot of good butlers in the past, aren't there, to draw on, and it's a very simple, and he's got very simple standards, which are quite easy to portray in a way. Yeah.
You get series advisors in terms of technical advisors. So, no, don't use that hand, use this hand. Is that sometimes difficult to cope with, the etiquette of the time?
Well, it's incredibly valuable. Alistair Bruce, who's descended from Robert the Bruce, he's posher than anybody.
Posher than God.
Yes, he is, absolutely.
And he's a herald. He's one of the heralds.
He's one of the heralds, and he brings some very posh guests to the set. Sophie Wessex, is that her name?
Yes.
Can I call her that?
The Earl and Countess of, yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
right. She was a visitor.
Well, he's a query to the Earl of Wessex.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry about this little tittle-tattle.
It's very helpful. It's immensely helpful, because he never goes too far, but he gives things that are useful for us, because it has to be right.
Yes.
If it's not right, it starts to show at the seams.
And it starts to crumble.
Yeah. By the way, we would never, eating your sad cake, looked fabulous. We would never use that in filming, because you never talk the way you know that you can never talk.
All mousse then, really, is it? Tiny bite, one sip, gone.
Gone, yeah, so you can get your lines out on time.
I'll tell you, just come and do the cooking here. We get Mrs Patmore and she can come and do it.
Lovely.
We are dying. Series out on the 5th of November on DVD. I shall be glued to my screen. I will on Sunday night. My thanks to Jim Carter.
Thank you very much.